Hello everybody and welcome back to Do Not Like, Do Not Read. My name is Julius and with me today I have Adam.
At your service.
And Clemens.
Hello there.
And guess what? I've got that Dingo fever again. And in fact, as of recording, I'm kind of planning to maybe do a Dingo Pictures movie ranking because I've watched nearly all of them. But one I haven't watched yet is their Prince of Egypt ripoff, which somehow exists. They really dare to disrespect the Prince of Egypt. So since
I love the DreamWorks movie Prince of Egypt. It's a great film.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for my childhood to get butchered right in front of my eyes.
Yeah, I think fun fact about me, like one of the earliest dream jobs I had when I was like 5 or 6 was Egypt archaeologist. So I hope this is really good Egypt scenery.
I'm sure there will be a great representation of ancient Egypt. And yeah, since I already need to watch this one to get all of them, to catch them all, why not make a riff out of this? So yeah. And I guess the title card is in Italian, because apparently this is an English voice track on the Italian DVD, according to the uploader, so... Well, we'll see. This is on the shorter side with 30 minutes, so if it's bad, at least it will be shorter than the Atlantis one.
Less painful, less water screensavers, hopefully, you know.
Okay, then let's just jump right into it. Oh yeah.
Oh, that Sphinx looks so cute.
Really small nose, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least it's better than having no nose, right?
That water does look very unnatural.
They looked like they were dangerously close to that pier.
It looks very unnatural when the ripple lines are going over the pier.
Okay, so far we have stuff walking from right to left. Classic Dingo.
Country, Egypt, a wonderful country. In
you're
other
the narrator?
countries, when people still lived in caves.
It's one of the snakes that Moses didn't kill. Or no, that's his staff.
The pyramids.
Maybe.
You know how a staff turns into a snake and eats the other snakes?
Yeah, maybe. I guess that makes sense for a narrator. More sense than a duck in prehistoric times.
Particularly pleasant, but very rich and powerful.
Oh, great. Now we got...
Yeah, bring on the ladies dancing.
We got the generic oriental, in quotes, music from Aladdin.
My new dances.
That's a great design.
Like them, Sheriff? Well, I must say, Pharaoh, you wonderful. You
I
have
know
good
that
taste.
voice.
Well, I must say,
I mean,
their moves
there's like...
are a little stiff, but we'll soon
These
settle
stops
that.
are made by like 2 people.
Can you turn the video a bit up?
Oh, those are great character designs.
Sure. Pharaoh, not now.
Everyone comes to see the dancing triplets. The dancing identical
Yeah.
triplets, mind you.
I think
I'll try.
the pharaoh
As you
design,
fully
isn't that
noticed,
also the
Army
guy
has
from
been-
Atlantis? We already commented in that movie how some of those people were clearly Egyptians.
I don't know if he was
But
in
I
that
think
one,
even
but
the main guy is this guy. I think they recolored his hair, but I think it's the same base design, just recolored.
More and more every day. They say they have to work too
Also,
hard
this
to
guy's the
and they
bad
have
guy
very
from
little to
Aladdin,
eat. And
so...
for this reason, you interrupt the performance? Why should I worry about it? They should work more, then they won't have time to think about food. Ha ha. After all, this is what you were paid for. Go
let
on.
them starve, haha!
This miserable performance.
They're not even facing him. I guess he's an ass man.
The same river again.
Yeah, that little stick is definitely going to move your boat upriver.
Maybe it goes to the ground.
Ago, the Israelites came to Egypt. In their own
The donkey
country,
from the Brenham
was a great
musicians was there.
Yeah.
So they had to move
I mean, that's
away.
just part for the course with
To live.
any Dingo Pictures movie.
They had to work.
Man, I don't want to work for the Pharaoh anymore. I will go to Bremen.
Oh wow.
Oh, it looks like Dundee grew up.
However, he's bouncing the ball back like that.
You wanna play with us? Come on.
This random hippo for no reason. He like bouncing it on his
So
finger.
little, so
It's
little
actually kind of
frame.
impressive.
Trouble now.
Look at this boy. And you claim you haven't enough to eat? You haven't enough time to play either? Right here you mustn't play.
You
have
fat
to
shaming
work.
him, bro?
But they're just children.
Children, go on working. That counts for you too.
Oh, Dundee, get him!
You are becoming cheeky. What's your name?
Alan,
I hold you
Imagine getting
responsible
bitten
for
by a
Aaron.
crocodile. You're becoming
If he
cheeky.
gets caught playing another time, I will beat him black and blue myself, so that he won't be able to walk away. And believe me, my agents are everywhere.
Agents.
I won't be spoken to like that.
His
The
age.
Egyptians have no right to treat us like slaves.
Oh my god, these designs in the background.
Go on working. Sharif will be able to realize his threat.
And believe me, where he beats, no grass will grow.
Therefore, be reasonable, Aaron. We simply have to
He
do
beats
what
the
the
ground
Pharaoh
so
orders.
hard nothing
you
will grow
maybe.
anymore.
I'm not afraid.
I guess, yeah.
And Benjamin isn't either.
You will help us if somebody tries to hurt us.
Benjamin.
So our main character isn't Moses, I suppose.
Was listening.
It's some guy named
Yeah,
Aaron.
that's clearly not Moses for multiple reasons.
Immediately.
Yeah, Dingo lost the license to use Bible characters.
There you are, my dear. Come to me.
Yeah, these
know,
aren't the Israelites, these are just,
Have we frightened
I guess,
them?
random slave people.
What do you think? The children?
They got a cease and desist from the Pope.
Aaron is the ringleader. He's going to be in for it. Who's going to be in for it? Do you have the Israelites under control again? My dear Pharaoh, it's like my master agent.
My dear Sparrow?
Short answer, please. Yes or no?
Is the sound distorted on your end? 'Cause it's really
No.
distorted on my
Yes,
end.
No, I mean, but if you'd let me finish speaking.
Might-
Sharif, yes or no?
It's not that bad on my
It's the
end.
children. The adults obey and everything, but the children refuse to obey you. The children. That's all I needed. I don't want a rebellious generation growing up. We have to put it to the test.
They're listening to too
It's
much rock and
exactly the same.
roll.
To put it to the test, but would it be if you know... you are too awkward. I need a simple, honest solution.
Pharaoh looks like a...
Exactly. For 1 year, I will
He
order
has a
clean
hairstyle like a
every
classic
newborn child.
vampire.
Send the soldiers in.
I was gonna say he looks like a classical music guy, like Beethoven's cousin or something. You know?
Like the Pharaoh ordered. Every time.
Yeah,
until
I
he
don't
found
know
out from Abe
what they were
or
thinking
another
with this
Egypt that the child
design.
was born, he sent the soldiers out.
I think the guys at Dingo Pictures saw like these hats that some pharaohs wore and they thought it was their hair.
Actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to hide my child. The soldiers won't.
Okay, I guess this
Oh,
is
so
Moses.
we do get Moses after all.
Everybody will notice it. And when he grows up, what'll happen then?
Aaron is right. As long as Moses is a baby, you can hide him, but later when he starts to crawl, it won't work anymore.
We have to take him somewhere where
You
there's
probably
no
can't really
fire
hide him
and
that
no
well as a baby
vultures.
either.
But all the streets are guarded.
But not
All the
Oh, that's
streets are
supposed to be Aaron,
guarded.
The
okay.
basket with Moses on the Nile.
They
let
put
us go
guards
away.
in all the streets.
Aaron, what kind of ideas do you have all the time? That's too dangerous.
What kind of ideas do you have all the
And if
time?
we take him to little Benjamin, he will be able to protect him.
Yeah, give him to the crocodile. Great idea.
But they couldn't find a better solution. So the mother took the basket.
They couldn't find a better solution. They tried nothing and ran out of ideas.
You have to watch my little brother very well. You are responsible for him.
Oh, that voice crack.
Oh, that moves divine.
It looks like he's just kind of sliding across ice there.
Yeah.
Luckily, this family is really good at curling, so it's all going to work out. Also, part of his head is cut off there. You see that?
Yeah, and other family is gonna curl another baby and hit with Moses out of the center to secure the 50 points.
Was taken by a strong current. Even the strongest little crocodile isn't able to do anything against a strong current.
Just
Doesn't that
no drama
matter?
here.
What's that little crocodile going to do? Maybe there's.
Oh, she's
something
got snake
inside
nose. Look at that. Of course, the same Dingo Pictures dog that shows up everywhere, but like different colors.
Yeah. Yeah, did you know they had Dalmatians in ancient Egypt?
What do you think of that?
Now we get that run cycle.
Try to
Right.
distract the crocodile.
That's easy said than done. How do you distract a crocodile?
I think it's working pretty well right now, right?
Yeah. Looks pretty distracted to me.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to keep him.
You have enough. Anyway, you're the Pharaoh's daughter, and that's definitely an Israelite child. If your father finds out about this, wow, we're in for it.
There's no need for him to know.
This is the lore of your character.
How would he not?
If you shut
I
your
guess
How would
he's
you
too busy.
hide that you found a child?
For me.
Oh wow, great.
Sounds like a Bowser's airship theme.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to do anything. I will raise him.
Get me those
What if he's
pesky
no
plumbers.
Egyptian child, What if it's an Israelite child?
Nonsense. Look at the blanket. Israelites haven't got those blankets. No, he is a little Egyptian.
I don't care. Take the child away. We're not an orphanage.
I have a name for him, Amon, just like you, like his grandfather.
Grandfather, are you crazy?
Finally,
You know, he has great eyeshadow.
Moses grew
What's
up
with that?
believing that he
I
was
don't know.
Amon, the
Maybe
Pharaoh's
those are
grandchild.
supposed to be his eyebrows.
The princess was his mother. He felt like the future ruler of Egypt.
Like they were trying to do the snake noises, but then realized there was no S in that word for them to do this hissing
Hey, the
with.
same here and the same river again.
Same
I
donkey.
mean, we are in the same village, I guess.
Like how those camels are forward moonwalking across the sand.
Aaron had grown up and had a son of his own. He seldom thought of Moses these days.
Oh, he's
Just doing the exact same
still
shit.
just doing the exact same thing as before.
Daddy, there are men coming. Stop playing.
Oh, it's the boy from that other property.
Oh, yo.
Oh, yo.
Little Atlantis child.
He will be the Pharaoh himself when the present Pharaoh dies. Nothing will change for us. One's just like the other.
Come on. You have to show him who gives the orders. After all, you're the Prince of Egypt.
He's standing around and talking instead of working. Hey, you, come here. Yeah? Yes, my prince, you have to say. Ah, Egyptian show-off. What was that?
You said,
Oh,
Egyptian show.
shit.
I'm going to call the soldiers.
Yes, just call the soldiers. Can't you do anything by yourselves?
Yes.
Not even punish people? We'll see about that.
You know,
I'll show
bro,
you.
you have a child. Maybe don't go mouthing off to the prince.
Yeah.
Amon, we are looking for you
This
everywhere.
guy's just
Where
asking
do I find
for
you?
it.
Picking a fight with an Israelite. Aren't you ashamed? You, the future pharaoh.
I can see why they
Just
cut
a
your
minute.
head off.
There'll be another day. Let's go.
I'm sure you would have won against the Egyptian.
No, Daniel, I don't think so. But anyway, we mustn't tolerate everything.
Gotta give him a little bit of sass now and then. You know, keeps the balance in check.
What's going on? I also want to laugh.
Well, yes, if you think about it, that Ammon's an Israelite himself, and now he wants to punish his own people. Funny, isn't it?
Be quiet. What do you think will happen if somebody
Hilarious.
finds out that we fished him out of the Nile?
Some of these designs are nightmarish.
Years. At last.
Like the Pharaoh's daughter, that is a vile design, I'm sorry.
Filled with
Yeah.
pride for his result.
I kind of like the snake. The snake's got a nice, maybe a little too colorful, but I like it.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that right, what Sheriff has told me? Ammon is an Israelite?
Didn't he have
didn't lie on the steps of my
grave
palace.
throne in the
You
past?
fished him out of the
And
Nile.
he gets a new throne. He's got to get a new throne every few years, you know?
Found him and where he was
Yeah.
born. Here he grew up with us, and he feels like an Egyptian.
You say it doesn't matter? Where did you get that heretical thought from? An Israelite, and I would have made him my successor. Murab.
I think they, in the Bible, they all knew he was an Israelite. Like, they knew he was.
Soldier went to Moses to warn him.
Yeah,
But whatever.
I think this movie's kind of heretical.
Killed him. In despair,
Yeah. It's like, he also wasn't going to be the Pharaoh. Moses was never intended for that role, because they knew he was an Israelite.
Yeah.
could no longer carry him.
Yeah, the future Pharaoh was his brother. That's where they built
there's like his
conflict in the Prince of Egypt on. And this movie doesn't have
I think it was
it.
his brother too. I think he had a brother too in the Bible. I don't remember.
Why shouldn't I be an Egyptian any longer? Why should my mother not be my mother? I'm afraid I'm going crazy.
Oh, this is how he finds the burning bush. Okay.
It should have been burned out by now.
Now he's gonna find Blaze standing next to it. She's gonna say, "You shit ass brother."
Slavery in Egypt. You will take them to their father's country in Canaan.
Who's talking?
They completely skipped the part where he killed a man and ran away.
I am the God of the Israelites.
Oh, that's what God looks like? Bad idea. You should not show what God looks like.
Why my people?
Also,
Dingo
that
Pictures
is-
should not have this kind of power.
That is just Zeus from the Dingo Pictures Hercules movie.
Oh, it is true.
So Zeus is actually the real God, or our God.
Also,
You don't say,
aren't
but
you
the people know
supposed
me
to
as the
speak
Prince of
through the
Egypt. I'm
burning
sure they
bush?
believe that I'm trying
Doesn't
to
it
cheat
defeat
Yeah, he's
the
not supposed
point
to
if you
disappear.
shot
Go to
yourself?
your brother Aaron. He will recognize you by name. Your name is Moses, and nobody but he and your mother know this name.
Oh dear. Is this really
Oh,
the man
dear.
shot my brother?
Oh my! How inconvenient.
So tell him that a long time ago he gave you a little crocodile for protection. That will convince him.
Though it may be true.
Just
what
like
you're
in the
saying,
Bible.
Why should I believe on top of
Yeah,
that you're our God?
that's just like how it happened.
Look at that staff which is lying around there.
Oh, come on!
Oh, is that
It was
not
so
the...
shocking that they had to play the sound effect twice.
Oh, so it wasn't the Cobra.
Yeah, they had the opportunity to make the snake that was there when shit happened, the narrator. But instead they draw a different snake that also looks really shitty.
That could have been like legitimately clever if they had done that.
Very uncomfortable when he started.
Yeah,
on his
it
own.
also seems like the logical thing to do.
To the village of the
Like,
Israelites.
Pick someone who has a relation to the story as your narrator.
It's true.
Yeah.
Had been
So
sent
just
by
this random
God.
snake,
He
who I
was
still like, but still.
selected.
Yeah.
If not for a prince of Egypt,
She's
then
not
at
as hot
least
as Atlantis'
as a
mom, though.
senator
Just saying.
Of the Israelites.
Oh dear. The Prince of Egypt, that's all we need just now. Has he got to turn up right now when my brother's coming home?
My father says we don't want to see you right now.
I'm Moses, your brother. Yeah, I don't believe that. Is there any reason to know that my name is Moses? But apart from you, nobody knows my
Use the
name.
loud
And at the
now.
time, you gave me a little crocodile for protection, just like the one your son's playing with.
He must be Moses. Why else would he know the details? Aaron, he must really be Moses. But that's the one who wanted to beat you up.
Yeah, there's no way he'd know this, considering the Pharaoh has a network of spy monkeys.
And tell him now that we have got to go.
The monkeys are the spies, right?
That's
That's
don't you think?
Yeah.
We're supposed to believe you're Moses.
man. If you're gonna like jazz up the story like this, at least make it good. Like the spy monkeys. That sounds like that should be awesome, and it's not.
Yeah, and so far none of the choices
The God of the
they
Israelites will
made
protect us.
have elevated the narrative
seems you really
in
believe
any
in him.
way.
I'll go to the Pharaoh with you. I'm looking forward to it.
The following day, Aaron and Moses
I don't know
went to the Pharaoh and
Yeah.
told him to set the Israelites free
Like,
and let them
in
live
Prince of Egypt movie, they
Egypt.
literally start off by saying we're taking creative liberties,
Who are these
and it ended
two?
up working out really well.
I can't tell you
Yeah, also the
exactly who the big one there is
creative
Aaron.
liberties
He's
they
been a notorious
make
hooligan
serve
since
to
his childhood.
make the narrative better for a movie.
Yeah,
You don't know.
and that's the thing. It's just here
Creating
it's
character drama, here it's
In
just
some way or other, he seems
it's just
familiar to me,
boring.
but I'll take care of him. Okay, so you want to leave Egypt?
I don't like
That is
your
been
head is
quite
on the
while
wrong
gone.
spot on your body.
what is his head
Way too
shaped
far
like?
on the right.
Are you crazy?
Like,
What
how is
God
his head
are
shaped?
you talking about? A strong and powerful God. Have a look here. This could have been done by my gods just as well. And now take care that you disappear quickly. You may come back again when your god has found some better ideas. But come on.
There isn't gonna be a
don't even
battle,
do
he's
the
not
thing.
gonna have
These
the
are
other
lights,
snake
obviously,
fight.
quite a happy life.
Whatever.
He will change
Yeah,
that immediately.
you didn't do the cool thing where his
Where do I
snake ate the
know
other
this
snakes.
Moses?
Yeah.
I've seen him before, but I'm not sure.
We don't get a song number either.
I'm not allowed to play with Benny anymore. The Egyptian soldier said I have to work.
That's your fault.
Your wife is
Yet
right,
I'm still
Aaron.
sitting
I
here.
told you to
Just hanging
become
out with him anyway,
sensible.
right?
Now everything
Oh,
will
shit.
become worse.
That is exactly the same as it was before, and you know how that ended up.
This time will be different. Believe me, I will talk with God. We should not listen to him anymore. Nothing good will come out of this.
No, this scene
these
again.
guys again.
Who are these guys?
The Pharaoh
Oh, he went back and talked to the bush again.
That's done by
Yeah,
his
like
not
it happens
how
in
it
the
works.
Bible.
Israelites have been punished and have to work more than before. How can they believe in you anymore?
I will teach him a lesson. You and Aaron will go back to the Pharaoh again. If he won't let you go, I will send him as many rats into the country as there is corn. The rats will eat everything.
Are you gonna do this for every plague?
When Moses told this to the Israelites.
He just walked back out in the desert like that.
Too
Hey
often
God,
they
one
had
plague
seen
to
what
go,
had happened
please.
if you weren't
I'm
with the
waiting.
Pharaoh. But Aaron believed in
I'm growing a beard over here.
with Moses.
Well,
I don't know, was there actually a plague of rats? I think there's a plague of locusts and frogs and...
You better stop.
I don't
If you
remember.
Let us go. Our Lord will send a
Yeah,
plague of
but
rats into your
locusts
country,
are hard to animate.
such as Egypt
And they
has
already
never
had the
seen
rats.
before.
Isn't
They don't have
it?
any frogs?
A plague of rats.
Oh, whatever.
Well,
We'll
let's
see.
What if the plague
if
of
your
rats
God is
are
able to
just the
conjure
two
up
mean
some
rats
rats?
from the toy room?
Well,
They says
my
the
priests will know
Pharaoh.
what to do about it.
Or even like turning the river into blood, they just put some red over
Oh,
it.
you're just what? What? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this is how it happened. That's funny.
Priest, let the rats disappear at once.
That's not possible. The God of Israelites must be more powerful than our God.
His eyes are like...
The rats are not only in the palace, but throughout the whole country, but not in the village of the Israelites. A great part of the harvest has already been eaten by the rats. If this does not stop, a famine will threaten us.
In like a few seconds.
I can't do anything. You must do what they want. Otherwise,
He looks like
we
he's
will
taking a
all
big
starve
shit.
sooner or later.
Tell your God, if the rats have disappeared by tonight, you may go. If you do not
That's
want
it?
me to change my mind, then disappear. But do it quickly. Yeah. You really want to let them go?
Like, you're not gonna kill his kid? That's what happens in the Bible.
As soon as the rats have gone,
Apparently
send
not.
out your soldiers. They shall stop the Israelites.
All it took was some
They
rats.
guess they can disappear that easily. Ha ha.
Haha.
I guess this god thought it was kind of bullshit to harden his heart,
Do
you know?
believe me now?
Seems
Get your things packed
counterproductive.
up
Well,
and
maybe-
to the promised land.
Oh, wait, no.
Forget the promised land. Your promised land is here forever. Everyone who leaves the village will go to prison immediately. That's what I told you before. That's the result of it. You can't move freely anymore.
You have made everything worse.
It looks as if the people were right. The Pharaoh is more powerful than your God. No, just more underhanded. I will talk with God again. He will force Pharaoh to allow us to
Are
go.
they doing... You're right, they're doing this with every plague.
We'd have
Oh,
worked
man.
ourselves to death, and if you were not Aaron's brother, we'd have chased you away.
Yeah, make this as long-winded and unfun as possible.
Had broken his promise.
Okay, I'm gonna predict
He sent heavy thunderstorms
God's next
over the
line.
country.
Stop fucking
Pharaoh
calling me!
to let the Israelites go, but just when the thunderstorms were over, he broke his promise.
Seems you never give up. How do you want to
Okay,
threaten
from
me
that
now?
angle, he looks like the guy
This is
from
my last
Atlantis.
threat. If you don't let
Kind
them
of.
go, the Lord will make all Egyptian children ill and put them to death. Are you
Put
able
them
Oh,
to
they are
death.
doing it, okay.
Then he got cut
The
off.
children are dead. Even the God of the Israelites can't put
Did
them
they give
back
that guy
to
a
life
wizard's
again.
robe?
By no
It had, like,
means
stars and
should
moons
we
on
take
it.
any risk.
disappear immediately now? I don't want to see you again. Come on, what are we standing around here for? Sorry, there's one more thing. Our God wants you to give us back our gold and jewelry that we've been working for such a long time.
I don't think that was in the
As
Bible.
much as you can. But go away immediately.
We want our freedom and all that stuff. Extra stuff. God wants us to have that gold, man.
Daniel,
But I want to take Benny with me.
That's not possible. We've got to go through the desert. There's no water. Benny will die of thirst.
Then I don't want to go through the desert either.
Daniel, listen. We will go to a country that is much prettier than Egypt. Then you will get a little crocodile again.
2.
What do you mean, 2?
2 little crocodiles.
2 crocodiles. Now come.
Bye, Benny. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're not eating.
Daniel.
The hell was that scene about? Riveting.
So now we're in the Temple of Time, judging by the music.
Yeah, kinda.
Well,
Those sheep had
great
really
sheep
fucked up looking
designs.
feet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Why did I allow them to go? And why did I give them their gold and jewelry? Oh, I could. Amon.
Why didn't I
What's the
suffer
matter with him?
more?
He's Moses. From the beginning, I was sure I knew him.
Why didn't I let my child
Moses is Amon.
die?
Moses is the prince of Egypt. This, and I brought him up. I treated him like my own son. He has lied to me and cheated
I thought you didn't
me
want anything to
again
do
and
with him.
again. No, it's worse. He has robbed, stolen, plundered. Please be quiet, Pharaoh. He says the Israelites are moving on very slow. They can't be far. It's not too late. At last you have a good idea. Quick, Sheriff. Put an army together. They should bring back the Israelites together.
He just
with my
keeps walking
gold,
back and forth.
And especially this Moses,
Oh, he's making these
the
decrees.
prince of Egypt.
Ahbi's report was absolutely correct. The Israelites could only walk a few kilometers a day. The march across the desert was very exhausting.
Like, that snake really likes to hold her words, even the ones that don't have the S's as
Yeah.
part of the syllable she's holding.
Daddy, Egyptian soldiers. I had seen one of them.
Are you
Oh
sure
no,
about
all
that?
2 of
I'm
them.
not a baby anymore. I know well enough what an Egyptian soldier looks like.
I believe you, my son. What do I hear? The Egyptians are following us. They will kill all of us. We'd only stayed in Egypt.
I like how he looks so dead inside as he's shouting that.
You and your brother.
Yeah.
They'll kill us!
God will help
Which is probably a good thing, because I'm dead inside already.
What is this design, by the way? That looks like
Esther's
the...
right. We should not have asked for the
Yeah,
return of
but
gold
it's
and
the
jewelry. It's absolutely clear
Hunchback
Pharaoh
Road.
wants his gold back. He didn't want it. It was God who wanted it. Then go to your God and tell him to get us out of the trouble. That's what he's responsible for.
Wait, God wanted the gold?
Isn't he
Why?
your god too?
You need not say anything.
No, he's only Moses' God when they're in trouble.
People are not happy with you.
They're not happy with you either. The Egyptians are following us. Did we have to take the gold with us?
Do you start to doubt me? Haven't I proved to you again and again that I'm more powerful than Pharaoh?
Me, Zoo, I mean
This is
God!
the Red Sea, and behind us there are the soldiers. Where should we escape?
Let your people come together at the beach of the Red Sea. Then take your staff and put it into the water. The sea will split and you can go through it with dry feet.
Moses went to the Israelites and told them what God had said. They had no choice.
Okay, apparently
They
in
had
the
to
Bible they
believe
did actually take gold from
Moses.
Egypt. At least that's what the internet says. So, you got me, Dingo Pictures. You got me this time.
Don't let me down now.
Is he able to do that?
The staff can perform miracles. Moses can make the rats come and disappear. Why shouldn't he be able to do the same with the water?
He's like
If Moses
Ratcatcher
is
from
able to
DC.
do that, I'll never say anything against him anymore.
And we all will believe in his
I don't know,
God.
you guys have been in the desert for 40 years. You're probably complaining about something. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks
That
right.
sea was really shallow to begin with.
Yeah, none of these people can swim,
Well, that's
though.
what I said before. Moses is able
They didn't
to
know
do
how to
that.
swim in alligator-infested waters.
Hurry up.
Oh, yes,
We
Attack
must
of
be
the
across
Clones, my
sea
favorite movie.
Before the Egyptians reach the beach.
Yeah, that sea is really shallow. They could have just waded through there.
Shouldn't we be running? No, we're just gonna walk there slowly, you know.
We have made it. We have really made it.
Soldiers! Egyptian soldiers! Soldiers! Egyptian soldiers!
Egyptian.
Reach us. I've known it all along. Now they will kill all of us if we had only stayed in.
Of course
My
he's gonna
God,
complain like
shut
5
up.
minutes later.
I will never doubt Moses again. Oh no, I will doubt Moses again.
I feel like if there's one distinct Dingo archetype for a character, it's the bitchy moany guy.
Yeah.
They just did the womp womp music as the sequel stuff.
They celebrated a great festival, the Passah Festival, which takes place at Easter and will remind people of the great event.
Wow. That's the end.
Wow. Okay, again, I think them playing the womp womp sound after the sea close up is actually kind of funny. Like, probably the most I've ever laughed at a Dingo's picture or anything. But
Yeah. But overall, not really. Even when
It
it
wasn't
comes
good.
to Dingo pictures, this was kind of boring.
yeah,
Like,
again,
they kind of
if
skimmed
you're-
over everything that could have been interesting.
Yeah. But like we said earlier, if you're going to take a biblical story and you're going to do some creative adjustments to it, make it good for the narrative. This was just silly at worst. And like silly at best and boring at worst.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and kinda offensive to put image of God there when there are very strict rules in most religions to not depict God.
Yeah, especially if your god is just Zeus from your other film. Like,
Yeah,
come
like-
on, man.
Yeah, and it's like we said before, it kind of takes away from that imagery they set up of he sees God and it's a burning bush and it's talking to him. It's like, oh, don't take your sandals off. And it's a good scene if you do it right, and they butchered it both times.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the case in Dingo Pictures, because they can't make it, visually interesting, because their animation looks like that.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna be, everything's just gonna look like crap.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with the burning bush looking like crap. I kind of expected that, but again, them making a really shitty looking god appear from it was not good.
It would have been better if Dark Slashness showed up.
You shit ass sister!
Now I wanna see Dingo Pictures Dark Slashness the cat.
Do you think that if Dingo Pictures took that story and made it, it would Dingo Pictures bad would cancel out the Dark Slashness the cat bad and make an actual competent story?
Maybe. Or Dingo Pictures My Life of Tales.
I'm Browser Jr. I'm gonna run that car off the road.
I'm Browser Jr. and I'm gonna steer your car off the road. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what they always talk like in the English dub.
And then you see Browser's, his father's face laughing, and it's just like his face is just vibrating with his mouth open.
Yeah, and then we get a shot of a donkey laughing into the camera.
Just a random donkey in the in the Sega universe, in the city of Sega. There's gonna be the duck or the crow narrating randomly, or the snake.
You see where this was this kid. I forgot the name of the girl from My Life with Tales, and it turns out her mother was actually Metal Sonic.
Yeah. So obviously, if you bother anyone associated with this movie,
your mother will be Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
We'll send a bunch of really terrible looking rats at you to eat all your corn.
Yeah.
That you keep in your throne room.
Yeah. And our god is more powerful than your god, so we win.
And remember, check us out on Discord, where you can hang out with us, and if you have any bad media to suggest to us, then we have a Google form for that. And remember, if you do not like, then do not read.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.